What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Jump. Welcome back in another off-season type video, but it's not off-season for baseball. So we'll start out with talking about Omaha, a little controversy in the college football world, and then some college basketball off-season talk because there's some videos getting out that I'm excited about. So we'll talk about a little bit of all that, but like I said, we'll start out with Omaha. We had an SEC battle, and it was chaos. Arkansas, LSU absolutely delivered. So Arkansas, notorious for the 2018 1-0 lead versus Oregon State, pop fly with 2 outs. It's behind first and it's foul. Second base and right field could have got to it, and they missed that, and the rest is history. They lose that game, lose the next one, when all they had to do was catch that, and the Arkansas Razorbacks would have been national champions then. These guys, it feels like, invent and just come up with new ways to lose baseball games. Like, this is incredible. It's honestly sad at this point because I know there's a lot of people that hate Arkansas for many different reasons, but this is sad. Like it's, I can't even imagine. Like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. So, last night, 8th inning, 3-2 lead. They give up a home run to tie it, tied up 3-3. Then they go out, score 2 runs in the 9th, take a 5-3 lead. And then I think it's Vahiva. I'm pretty sure it's W's, but I'm pretty sure I heard the announcers say it's a V. I've always heard his last name, Aloy. When he hits the ball, they'll say Aloy. Aloy, finalist for the Golden Spikes Award. For those of you that don't know or not familiar with it, that's basically the baseball's Heisman. The Golden Spikes Award finalist. He's in the final 3 that'll be announced here in the next coming days. And also the SEC Player of the Year, which is dang near the Golden Spikes because it's the best player in the best conference. He throws the ball to third when there was an obvious, one of the easier double plays that you have an opportunity to get in baseball. One of the best chances you'll have for a double play in this, but there's 1 out, and he takes the force out to third when getting the throwing it to second, throwing it to first. That double play was right there to be taken, and he throws it to third. So there's that, and then the rest is just wild. So at that point, it's 5-3, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Left fielder misses the ball. I don't know if it was just a nerve-wracking moment or what necessarily happened, but he mistimes the steps, whatever, and then I think he slips a little bit and it hits him in the shoulder, goes back over against the wall, and he has to run and go get it, and they get 2 runs in. It's 5-5, and then LSU, I think it was Jones. Steps up to the plate, and then this wasn't necessarily like a choke job, but the ball literally hits the second baseman's glove, and he can't catch it. So it just adds to the just heartbreak for Arkansas. I cannot. It's mind-blowing. Like the one with Oregon State is something. This one's way worse, like, in my opinion, because this one had to be dominoes just continuing to fall apart. Like, you take the lead, you're up 3-2 in the 8th, got a decent chance to win, give up a home run. All right, you know what, 3-3. Go into the 9th, and you get all the momentum in the world, you score 2 runs, and then it's given up off of just errors and just, I can't imagine. So, the Oregon State one, obviously, they are national champions if they just make that catch and make that play, but this one, I would imagine, is worse for Arkansas fans. I don't know. I'm not an Arkansas fan, so you all let me know what you're thinking. But this is also the fans of the same team that gave up a 61-45 lead against Texas Tech with 10 minutes to go in the second half to lose 85-83 in overtime. Being an Arkansas fan, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. But with that being said, enough bashing Arkansas. LSU, Coastal Carolina, starting June 21st, we'll have the College World Series. It's going to be amazing. So LSU, Coastal Carolina, 2 teams that are as hot as they get in the sport. Coastal Carolina has won 26 straight games at this point. And this one, A little revenge factor for numerous reasons. So the Chanticleers won the College World Series in 2016. They knocked out LSU, who was the 1 seed that year. I think that was it might have been the Final Four. I don't remember, but they knocked out LSU while they were the 1. And then Jay Johnson, the current LSU head coach, was the head coach of Arizona, who the Chanticleers beat in the College World Series. So there's revenge all over the place. So LSU has a lot of chips on their shoulder right now, but the Chanticleers are as hot as it gets. So it's going to be absolute cinema. So the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, if needed, will be the College World Series, and I'm super excited about it. This entire College World Series has been a blast. Really, the only thing I would change is just if Murray could have won a game. But I mean, if you're getting to Omaha, you're going to play some of the best teams, so you can't really get too upset about that. Moving on to football. So, a name that kind of took over college football last year and has taken over college football the last couple years, if you're a super fan and you kind of follow the smaller schools, Diego Pavia. He goes on a well-known podcast, Bussin' with the Boys, and makes a few comments that I think he may regret. He makes a comment on the Big Ten. He said, "You want to play with the best. You don't want to play with the Big Ten. You ignore those calls. The SEC, it's like week after week, you're going to get beat on. The Big Ten, you're not going to get beat on with Purdue, Nebraska's." Yeah, obviously the Nebraska one was a shot at Will Compton, but that's ridiculous. The Big Ten, I'm an SEC fan, but the Big Ten is the better conference in college football right now. It's not even an argument. It's a better conference. You could argue maybe at times maybe the top teams could be better, but the last 2 national champions are from the Big Ten. The SEC hasn't the SEC hasn't played for a national championship in 3 years because Texas was still Big 12 at that time when they played against Michigan. But the Big Ten they played Washington. Washington beat Texas. Whatever. That was Pac-12 then. But whatever. The Big Ten is a better football conference right now. So saying that as an SEC quarterback is just absolutely ridiculous. And this is exactly why people don't like the SEC, because they think it's just no matter what's going on, no matter the situation, it's always just the best, when you have to look in the mirror sometimes, and it's just not right now. I'm not saying it won't be. Maybe even this year. I don't know. I would imagine the Big Ten will be better this year with Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State. All these teams will be very, very good. But the Big Ten's better in football right now, and you just can't argue that. You can't say you want to play with the best, you don't get the best with the Big Ten. They have been dominant. Oregon was undefeated. The only team to knock them off was a Big Ten team, Ohio State, who went on to win the national championship. So, it's just we'll get kind of these early season things. You'll get Texas at Ohio State, Michigan at Oklahoma. So you'll get some early SEC Big Ten matchups, and you'll get to kind of see LSU Clemson early on. Clemson's going to be one of the best teams in the country. So even though it's not Big Ten, you get an out-of-conference matchup early. So it's going to be fun to start the year. But the Big Ten saying it's weak is just absolutely ridiculous from Diego Pavia. But somehow that wasn't even the most ridiculous comment that he made. So for me personally, if you all don't know, I do not like Tennessee at all. I don't like Tennessee. But I have to side with Tennessee on this. He ends up saying this is going to be the new staple of college football. It's going to happen here at Vanderbilt, claiming that Vanderbilt will run the state of Tennessee going forward. I am here to tell you now, there is no world where that happens. There's not. The NIL difference that Tennessee has, the atmosphere, the fan base, the pride, the tradition, there's no way. Even if Vandy wins 2 years in a row, it's never going to be that. It will never be. Tennessee will forever and always run that state in football. I don't know about other sports, but in football, Tennessee is running that state. Vanderbilt's not going to do it. So he's getting awful chesty before the season, so it's going to be interesting if they end up losing to a lot of teams, and this is the same team that lost to Georgia State last year, so it's going to be interesting. But you know what? I'm all here for it. It adds some fun to the offseason of the college football world, and so but it's wild to hear a man say this as he's still going to line up and play against all of these teams this upcoming season. Moving on to basketball for a minute, some off-season basketball content. There's not a lot of teams I really want to talk about. There's 4 different sections that I kind of have right here. this is kind of just what gets fed to me on social media that I am just excited to see. So, first of all, the first one that I'd seen that kind of made its way to me out of teams that I don't follow that made it on my I guess, For You page of Twitter, Duke. So they released a couple of days ago a Caleb Foster, I think they called it a first look, but it's junior Caleb Foster. This kid is going to be special. I was a fan of Caleb Foster last year. I thought he was a great player even his freshman year, and then into his sophomore year, and he's stronger, better, and he's going to have an incredible junior year. Isaiah Evans, slim season. His sophomore year is going to be an absolute movie. Cam Boozer, they put that one out. That one obviously got some clicks, and that one's going to be exciting because Cam Boozer is going to be one of the best players in all of college basketball next year, potential first-team All-American. But, so yeah, shout out to Duke for giving us these. They're not like live-action footage or anything, but they're giving us some content of just seeing these guys in workouts and different things like that. So it's super fun to see. Kentucky, they also put out a video and a whole bunch of pictures from the first day of practice, and even one of Coach Pope running on the treadmill. So that was an amazing picture to see. Yeah, Kentucky's going to be very, very good this year. For those of you that may be new here, I am a Kentucky fan, so I'm obviously a little biased here, but the depth, this team has just everything. There's obviously the one flaw that some people think of hold a little too high on their standards, but the shooting's not going to be incredible, but everybody, it feels like, once they step into Pope's system, I don't know if it's the shooting, like training, or if it's just the system alone, getting them open looks. Everybody's three-point percentage goes like way up when they enter the system. So Kentucky, they put out some stuff, and it was awesome to see. Yaxel Lindeborg. So Michigan had been putting out some stuff. They put out a video and then a bunch of pictures. Yaxel was just in his bag. Just dunks, step back, sidestep threes, hitting crazy layups, crazy finishes. So it's awesome to see that guy back in college basketball. Like I said, I thought he was honestly going to the draft, but I was a huge Yaxel fan. I literally have a UAB hoodie sitting over there. Massive Yaxel fan. Obviously, as a Kentucky fan, I wish he would have came to Kentucky, but I'm going to be excited to watch him play at Michigan this year. They're going to be a fun team to watch. And then lastly, this was today or last night. I don't remember when it actually got put out, but I saw it this morning. Ben McCollum. Obviously, one of the better coaches in college basketball, and coaches one of the best point guards in college basketball. I had no idea he could ball like this. Like there's this stuff that I think they said, like the crossover you didn't know you needed. It's Cooper DeJean playing pickup with Ben McCollum. Ben McCollum threw the GT cuts on and just got to work. So he was out there handling the rock, finishing, shooting, just controlling all of the pickup. Like, it was crazy to see. But Coach McCollum was out there balling. So it was super cool to see. Like I said, I saw that this morning. But so I had to note that one. But Ben McCollum's got game. So not only can he coach, he can probably also take most of the kids that he's coaching. So, yeah, super cool to see. But, yeah, I think that's going to do it. It's a very, very quick episode. But I just wanted to hop on, talk a little bit. Omaha has been a blast. And then some college basketball and college football offseason stuff that needed to be talked about. And I'll get into more college football stuff soon. I do have... with Posted Up, they are an NBA page, but we combined and did our second mock draft. So this one is just the lottery. The last one we did the top 20. This one's just the top 14, and kind of just our mock draft where we think things are going to fall with the draft next week. So be on the lookout for that on all the socials. The Jump Sports _ on Instagram, and then just the Jump Sports on everything else: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. Make sure you all check it out. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode with the Jump Sports. You all have a great weekend. Enjoy Omaha. Enjoy what's left of the NBA Finals. I'm filming this right before the Finals. So, yeah, you all enjoy. Hopefully it goes to 7 just as a casual basketball enjoyer that doesn't have a team in it. So, thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share the videos. It's all greatly appreciated. And peace.